Hello, my friends. Welcome back to SBS English Podcast. Let's practice English together, step by step. Do you understand English but freeze when speaking? Have you ever entered a cafe abroad, ready to order, and suddenly your mind goes blank? Imagine this scene. You're standing at the counter, the smell of fresh coffee. The barista smiles and says, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And then silence. Your heart races. You know the words, but nothing comes out. This is one of the most common travas my students face. The fear of speaking in a simple situation. And the frustration is real. Because you studied, you know vocabulary, but when the moment comes, you block. But here's the good news. Today, we're going to unlock this fear with real short, powerful phrases that you can use in any cafe. Not theory, not long explanations, only phrases you'll actually say. Clear, natural, easy to remember. By the end of this episode, you'll have 10 cafe survival phrases in your memory and the confidence to use them. And you'll learn with shadowing, step by step. Let's try together. Repeat after me, slowly. 1 coffee, please. Can I have it to go? Good, simple, you see? You already survived the cafe. Now let's go deeper. Why do you freeze in a cafe? Fear of speaking wrong. What if they don't understand me? Lack of confidence. I look silly. Anxiety when people speak fast. I can't follow what they say. Does this sound familiar? If yes, you're not alone. Thousands of learners feel exactly the same. But here's the secret. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need long sentences. You only need minimum survival phrases. Imagine this. You go to a cafe. Instead of silence, you breathe and say, "Small latte, please." With milk. No sugar. Short. Clear. Enough. The barista will understand you 100%. And you will feel proud. Let's practice this scene. I'll be the barista. You be the customer. Barista. Hi, what can I get for you? You want 1 small latte, please. Barista. Do you want sugar? You. No sugar, thank you. Barista. Here or to go? You. To go, please. Good job. You just survived a full cafe order with only 3 short phrases. Here's the key idea. Speaking slowly, using small chunks. This is not weakness. This is power. When you speak slowly, you feel more confident. The listener understands you better, and you have time to think. So, next time, don't try to sound fluent fast. Try to sound clear. Clarity is better than speed. Let me tell you about Sarah. She was my student. First time in London, she went to a cafe. The barista asked, "What can I get you?" She froze. She felt embarrassed. But then she remembered one phrase we practiced. "Cappuccino, please." That was it. Just 2 words plus please. The barista smiled, made her coffee, and Sarah walked away so proud. That small victory gave her confidence for the next time. And that's how transformation begins. Not with big grammar rules, but with tiny wins in real life. Do you also freeze when ordering coffee? If yes, comment yes below, so we know we are in this together as a community. Remember this, you don't need perfect English to survive in a cafe. You only need a few real-life phrases. And today, you already practiced them. Step by step, phrase by phrase, you will overcome the fear. And next time you're in a cafe, you'll order with confidence. Let's talk about the most common fear, making mistakes when ordering coffee. This fear is so strong that many learners avoid speaking at all. The thought comes, what if I say it wrong? What if they laugh at me? What if they don't understand? And this fear creates silence. You prefer to point at the menu or let a friend order for you. Deep inside, you feel small, insecure, and frustrated. But here's the truth. Mistakes are part of learning. Nobody expects perfection in a cafe. Think about it. The barista is not your teacher. The barista is just serving drinks. They don't care if your English is not perfect. They care about giving you your coffee. And most of the time, they already understand foreign accents and broken sentences every day. You are not the first, and you will not be the last. Let's expose a few common mistakes. Many learners try to make long, complicated sentences, like, I would like to order a medium-sized cappuccino with no sugar, and if possible, I would like it to go. This sentence is correct, but it is long and risky. When you try to say everything at once, you feel pressure. You forget words. You get stuck. Now compare with this version. Medium cappuccino, please. No sugar. To go. 3 short sentences. Simple, clear. You don't freeze and the barista understands. That's the secret. Minimum phrases. Shorter is better. Clearer is safer. Let's practice shadowing. Repeat after me with a pause. Small coffee, please. Large cappuccino, please. No sugar. With milk. Good. See how short it is. That's all you need. Now, let's simulate a mistake so you feel what happens. Imagine you say, I want a latte sugar. The barista may pause. Maybe they ask, with sugar? And you correct, yes, with sugar. Problem solved. The world didn't end. They didn't laugh. You got your coffee. This is important. Your goal is not 0 mistakes. Your goal is communication. Even broken English works if the message is clear. Here's a mini story. My student Paulo went to New York. He was nervous. He told me, Teacher, I will say something wrong. I'm afraid they won't understand. In the cafe, he tried to order 1 coffee, no milk. The barista smiled and asked, Black coffee? Paulo answered, Yes, black coffee. And he got exactly what he wanted. He walked out with his cup and a big smile. That's the lesson. The barista will often help you. They will confirm your order. And this gives you a second chance to repeat and learn. Now shadow with me again. Repeat slowly. Black coffee. Latte, please. With sugar. To go. Excellent. Each phrase is a tool. With just these, you can order anywhere in the world. Do you feel afraid of making mistakes? If yes, remember, the mistake is not your enemy. The mistake is your teacher. Every time you make a mistake, you learn faster. Every time you survive a mistake, you feel stronger. Next time you go to a cafe, don't fight the fear. Accept it. Breathe. Say your phrase. Even if it's not perfect, it's progress. And every small step builds your confidence. You don't need perfect grammar. You need courage. You don't need long sentences. You need short, real ones, and you already have them. Mistakes will happen, and that's good, because every mistake is proof that you are practicing, proof that you are growing, and proof that you are one step closer to confidence. Now it's time for shadowing in action. Shadowing is one of the most powerful tools to train your brain, your tongue, and your confidence. The method is simple. Listen, repeat, and copy the rhythm of real conversations. Today we'll do it step by step with a mini cafe dialogue. Think of it as 3 stages. Listen, repeat, and connect. Stage 1. Listen. First, you hear the phrase slowly and clearly. You let your ears catch the sound. You don't rush. You don't worry about grammar. Just listen. Stage 2, repeat. Then you say it out loud, not in your head, but with your voice. You copy the words, the rhythm, even the pauses. This is where your mouth gets used to English. Stage 3, connect. Finally, you imagine the real scene. You see yourself in the cafe using the phrase. You connect the sound to the situation. That's how memory becomes strong. Let's practice together with a simple dialogue. Barista, hi, what can I get for you? You, one cappuccino, please. Barista, with sugar? You, no sugar, thank you. Barista, for here or to go? You, for here, please. Now let's shadow it. Listen and repeat with me, slowly. One cappuccino, please. No sugar, thank you. For here, please. Great. Did you feel it? Short phrases, clear rhythm. That's how you train your brain. Let's try another one. Barista, hi, what can I get for you? You, small coffee, please. Barista, do you want milk? You, yes, with milk. Barista, anything else? You, that's all, thank you. Now shadow with me. Small coffee, please. Yes, with milk. That's all, thank you. Perfect. With these 3 short sentences, you survived again. Here's why shadowing works. When you repeat aloud, you train your mouth like a muscle. When you copy rhythm, you sound more natural. When you imagine the cafe, your memory sticks. Some students tell me, but teacher, I study grammar and I still freeze. And I answer, grammar lives in your head, but speaking lives in your body. Shadowing connects the two. Let's make it even more real. Close your eyes. Imagine you are in a busy cafe. The noise, the smell of coffee, people talking. The barista looks at you. You breathe and you say, large latte, please. To go. Now shadow with me. Large latte, please. To go. Good. That's it. You ordered like a real customer. This is the beauty of shadowing. You can practice anytime, anywhere. At home, on the bus, even while cooking. No cafe needed. You just imagine. And when the real moment comes, your mouth already knows what to say. Let me give you one more mini story. John, another student, practiced shadowing every night for 1 week. He repeated cafe dialogues in his kitchen holding a cup. When he finally went to Starbucks, the words came out naturally. He didn't think, he just spoke. He told me later, it felt like déjà vu. I had practiced this moment so many times. That's the power of shadowing. Now it's your turn. Repeat after me with long pauses. Feel the words. 1 black coffee, please. With sugar. To go, thank you. Excellent. You just finished 3 full stages. Listen, repeat, connect. That's shadowing in action. So here's your challenge. Practice this mini cafe dialogue 3 times today. Out loud, not silent, not in your head. Out loud, because your mouth needs practice, not just your mind. Do you see how simple it is? 3 steps. Listen, repeat, connect. And every time you do it, you're not just learning English. You're training confidence. Many learners believe they need to speak fast to sound fluent. They think speed equals confidence. But let me tell you a secret. Speaking slowly is not weakness. Speaking slowly is power. Think about this. When you speak fast, your brain runs, your tongue struggles, and mistakes multiply. But when you slow down, something magical happens. Your words are clear, your rhythm is natural, and people understand you immediately. And the truth is, understanding is more important than speed. Imagine 2 learners in a cafe. The first tries to sound fast. Ukanigeta latte with milk and no thank sugar. The barista looks confused. Sorry, what? Now the learner feels embarrassed. The second learner speaks slowly. Latte, please. With milk, no sugar. The barista smiles and repeats, latte with milk, no sugar. Got it. Which one sounds more confident? The slow one. This is the secret power of pauses. Pauses give you time to breathe, time to think, and time to be clear. Fluency is not speed. Fluency is flow. And flow comes from rhythm, not rushing. Let's practice shadowing with slow rhythm. Repeat after me, one phrase at a time. Latte, please. With milk. No sugar. Now again, slower. Latte, please. No, with milk. No sugar. Do you feel the calm? That calm is confidence. Another example. Many students try to use complicated sentences like, I would like to order a medium cappuccino to go with extra milk if that is possible. Sounds nice, but it's stressful. Let's simplify. Medium cappuccino, please. With milk. To go. Clear, direct, natural. Here's something powerful. Native speakers also speak slowly when clarity matters. In a busy cafe, they don't use long sentences. They cut it short. Listen. Small coffee, black, to go. This is normal. This is real English. And you can speak like this too. Let's shadow again, with pauses between each phrase. Small coffee. Black. To go. Perfect. You see? You already sound natural. Now let me tell you about Sarah again. Remember her first time in London? At the beginning, she tried to speak fast because she wanted to look fluent. She said, Cappuccino, please fast, fast. The barista asked her 3 times to repeat. She felt frustrated. Later, she practiced with me. We slowed down. She learned to say, Cappuccino, please. Just that. Slow, clear, confident. The next day, she tried again, and the barista understood her immediately. Sarah told me, I felt strong. I didn't feel ashamed anymore. This is the power of slowing down. It transforms fear into clarity. Now let's practice one more mini dialogue together. Shadow it with me, slowly. Barista. Hi, what can I get for you? You. 1 black coffee, please. Barista. Do you want sugar? You. No sugar, thank you. Barista. Here or to go? You. 4 here, please. Now, repeat with me, slowly. 1 black coffee, please. No sugar, thank you. 4 here, please. Excellent. You see, slow speaking is not boring. Slow speaking is powerful. So next time you go to a cafe, remember, you don't need to rush. You don't need to speak like the movies. You need to be clear, calm, and confident. Fluency is not speed. Fluency is communication. When you slow down, you don't freeze. You breathe, you think, you speak, and that's how you win. Now it's time for your essential checklist. Imagine it like your cafe survival kit. 10 short, powerful phrases that you can use anywhere in the world. With these phrases, you don't need to invent sentences. You just pull one from your pocket, say it, and survive with confidence. Here's the checklist. 1 coffee, please. Latte, please. With milk. No sugar. With sugar. For here, please. To go, please. How much is it? That's all, thank you. Can I have water? 10 phrases. Simple, real, universal. With these, you can order, ask, confirm, and close any cafe interaction. Let's shadow them together, one by one. Repeat slowly after me. 1 coffee, please. Latte, please. With milk. No sugar. With sugar. For here, please. To go, please. How much is it? That's all. Thank you. Can I have water? Excellent. You now have your cafe survival checklist. But we won't just read them once. We'll lock them into memory with a technique called chunking. Chunking means practicing in small groups, so your brain remembers faster. Let's chunk them into 3 sets. Set 1. Ordering. 1 coffee, please. Latte, please. With milk. No sugar. Set 2. Options. With sugar. For here, please. To go, please. Set 3. Extras. How much is it? That's all, thank you. Can I have water? Now let's shadow each set. Set 1. Repeat after me. 1 coffee, please. Latte, please. With milk. No sugar. Good. That's your order. Set 2. Repeat after me. With sugar. For here, please. Ice to go, please. Perfect. That's your choice. Set 3. Repeat after me. How much is it? That's all. Thank you. Can I have water? Great. That's your closing. Now, let's simulate a real cafe order using the checklist. Barista. Hi, what can I get for you? You. Latte, please. Barista. With sugar? You. No sugar. Barista. For here or to go? You. To go, please. Barista. Anything else? You. That's all, thank you. Yes, see? You just used 6 of the 10 phrases in one natural dialogue, and it felt easy. The beauty of this checklist is that it covers 90% of cafe situations. You don't need long vocabulary lists. You don't need complex grammar. You just need to master these 10. Here's your challenge. Practice this checklist 3 times a day, out loud, not in your head. Say it in the morning. Say it at lunch. Say it at night. Each time, imagine you are in a real cafe. Let's finish this section with one more shadowing cycle. Repeat after me with long pauses. 1 coffee, please. With milk. For here, please. How much is it? That's all, thank you. Excellent. You see, just 5 lines, and you completed a full cafe interaction. So remember, this checklist is your weapon against fear. It's simple, powerful, and ready to use. Next time you go to a cafe, you won't freeze. You'll pick one phrase, say it clearly, and enjoy your coffee with confidence. Now let's close with a real story, because stories show us that transformation is possible. This is about Sarah. Yes, the same Sarah we mentioned before. She was a beginner, shy and full of fear. She told me, I can read English. I can understand a little. But when I speak, my mind freezes. One day, she traveled to London for the first time. She wanted to order a simple coffee, but her fear was huge. She entered a small cafe, stood in line, and felt her hands shaking. She thought, if I speak wrong, They will laugh. If I stay silent, I'll look stupid. What should I do? When it was her turn, the barista smiled and asked, "Hi, what can I get for you?" Sarah froze for 2 seconds. Then she remembered our practice. She took a deep breath and said, "Cappuccino, please." Just 2 words plus please. That's it. The barista nodded and repeated, "Cappuccino, sure." Sarah paid, got her drink, and sat at the table. At that moment, she smiled. She had done it. She had spoken English in a real cafe. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't long, but it was real. And it worked. That small win changed everything for her. The next day, she tried again. This time she added, "Cappuccino, please. To go." Simple, clear. And she got exactly what she wanted. Each time she practiced, she grew more confident. This is the journey, from fear to courage, from silence to short phrases, from short phrases to real conversations, not in one day, not in 1 week, but step by step, phrase by phrase. Now, shadow with me the exact lines that Sarah used. "Cappuccino, please." "To go, please." That's it. With these 2 lines, she unlocked her confidence, and you can too. Think about your own story. Maybe you are like Sarah at the beginning, scared, shy, afraid of mistakes. But like Sarah, you can take the first step today. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need fast English. You just need courage to say one phrase. Let's imagine your scene. You walk into a cafe, you breathe. You feel the fear, but you speak anyway. "One coffee, please." With sugar. To go, you pay, you smile, you walk out with your coffee. That moment, that feeling is victory. This is not just about coffee. This is about life. If you can speak in a cafe, you can speak in a shop, in a taxi, at work, with friends. Every cafe phrase is training for real life. Every cafe win builds your confidence. So, I ask you, do you want to stay frozen or do you want to grow? The choice is yours. If Sarah can do it, you can do it. If Paulo can do it, you can do it. If John can do it, you can do it. Thousands of learners have already overcome this fear. You are not alone. Let's finish with one last shadowing round. Repeat after me with confidence. "One latte, please." "No sugar." "For here." "That's all, thank you." Excellent. You survived the cafe. You spoke with clarity. You proved to yourself that you can do it. Remember, confidence is not a gift, it's a habit. And every time you practice, every time you speak, you are building it. So keep practicing, keep shadowing, keep taking small steps. And one day, you will look back and say, "I was shy, but now I speak with confidence." Because you didn't give up, because you practiced, because you believed. Step by step, phrase by phrase, coffee by coffee, this is how you win.